he was jamming corners in the kind of a jail. I don't know where he went about, so I checked up out and in and out. Big dump of the county jail. They said they wanted, but he ain't there. I think he might have faked his death, or maybe he really did his death. MIA, okay. Lost all over the globe. Oh no. Where in the world is Hank Loveless? San Diego. We went down through the fishing hole, found some crushed up peanuts and a fishing pole. Didn't find no other evidence at the tulip hole in the stupid fence. Eater tubes called the state police. They said if you see it, well, you damn it, grease. Found a glove in a pile of trash, but I really couldn't tell that it never did crash. MIA, okay. Lost all over the globe. Oh no. Where in the world is Hank Loveless? San Diego.
You know you lost your mind when you think you touch the sky. See all the fucking colors shining in your fucking eyes, but won't you try? Coming up with ideas, can you help me find my way back into this place? You know you lost your mind when you dance too long. You wake up and someone singing this stupid song. Get up and party, cause you're young and so worthless. Like all the way to the end of living so many trainings. Till time is bright, rain nice and bright. Vision of time, attraction to life, you lost your mind. You lost your mind. You lost your mind. Today Well, I've been thinking of the constant discontent. I want this shit to end. My stomach turns.
Hey, hello, welcome. My name is Lazaro Gomez. This is B10 Art. It's my live stream. If it's your first time here, welcome. That was it. That's all I had. Hello and welcome. Today is Tuesday. Just kind of hanging out, working on some artwork, listening to some tunes. If anybody jumps in, I don't know. We'll talk about whatever they got going on. Have no idea. But yeah. I am going to continue working on this little guy here, which is the entry. It's my contest entry for Threadless for the theme called Year of the Rabbit. And yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about this today, and if you were here yesterday, then you know that this is kind of like a Minecraft mashup, or it was a sketch that was a Minecraft mashup. But I don't know. I was thinking about this today. Let me take these off. I was thinking about this today, and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna translate, the way I want it to. So I was thinking of just kind of changing this around. But then I was like, all right, well, what can I do with it? So I'm not sure. It was kind of like railroad tracks, or mining tracks, I should say. And then the basket is kind of like a mining cart kind of deal. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to translate well. And so perhaps I can do something else with it. Maybe create some grass or whatever. I have no idea. But I did have the idea of having little Easter eggs and stuff floating around and flying all over the place. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to translate well. So what I can do is I don't know. I don't know if... See, I can get rid of the basket, too. I just kind of have the bunny all weirded out. Let's try that. Let's try to... I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, so... I guess not. Just can't shut it down. See, I could do something like that. And then just have all the eggs everywhere. Eggs and carrots and I don't know. I have no idea. But I just thought about that, and I was like, I don't know. The Easter basket is kind of cool. Maybe I'll leave it. You know what I mean? Just kind of get rid of the tracks. I could do that. Let me see if I erase the tracks. because I was like, I don't know if people will get it, because like there's nothing that's really tying it into Minecraft. And the original idea was funny, but um, now it's kind of not. Now it's like, you know, uh, I think this might, work better. Can I copy that? Copy. How's that? Yeah. So that was my dilemma yesterday. Or sorry, today. I was kind of like, it really doesn't make much sense. But I guess now it will. You know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. I guess that's better.
Not one more word tonight. Between
Can we move this?
we'll put a distance the size of the ocean.
There we go.
Now his heart can beat a skip and a rhythm as the cadence carries me.
I think that's gonna be better.
Almost drift
Yeah.
away.
I knew I'd figure it out. I was like, I don't know. There's something I don't like, and I think that's what it was there. So, we'll go with it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Ew. Yeah, we'll go with it. So yeah, thank you everybody for the replay. Yesterday or I should say, last night I came back in, checked everything out, and saw that there was some replays. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that very much. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. It's no different today or any time that I do a live stream. I just kind of hang out, do my thing, and that's it. Just kind of chill. There we go. I think this might be better. So yeah, like I was saying, thank you very much for all the replays and retweets and all the super awesome attention that you all give me. I do appreciate that. That's very kind of you all. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So yeah, just kind of doing my thing. As I mentioned before, this is a contest that they're hosting on Threadless, and it seemed kind of right up my alley to do this, and so I joined the contest. And so there's a cash prize, and I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen, right? The worst that can happen is I don't win. and I'm okay either way. So it's just for funsies, little personal project, just for funsies. So I'm good with that. I'm really cool with that. We'll probably have a couple of shorts. A couple of about 10 art shorts. Basically, we look at art-related videos. Sometimes sometimes they're about drawing. Sometimes they're modeling. Sometimes it's food or other kinds of cool things. Whatever it is I want to take a look at. Or whatever piques my interest. Whatever you guys give me to look at, I can also do that as well. So for sure, we can check it all out. These I already seen. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Cool. If you're here on Twitch and you're an artist, definitely let me know, and that way I can show my audience your artwork and stuff like that. Recently, I started following Leaf Kicker. They're currently streaming right now, so if you're here on Twitch and you want some other artists to follow, definitely give Leaf Kicker a chance. They're very funny. They do trivia. They do artwork. They're fellow artists just like myself, and they're a lot of fun. So definitely give them a follow. Yeah. And like I said, if you're an artist yourself, and I want to definitely give you a follow. That way, we kind of grow this art community here on Twitch, which is pretty cool. But for now, let's see. Let's see. I am also uploading on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't have Twitch or don't like Twitch or whatever the case may be. And I try to upload to YouTube as long as the music doesn't get pinged for anything. I know I'm playing some like local punk bands. So hopefully that's okay on YouTube. But that's the only reason why I wouldn't be posting on YouTube, is just because, I'll get pinged with music or whatnot. Yesterday, the music I was playing was like free for everybody to use, and so I didn't get in too much trouble there, and I was able to upload to YouTube. That way, you could see it there as well. So I'm gonna try to do my best to stream on both, on YouTube and also on Twitch, and then post up some shorts and stuff like that, and so hopefully you're able to see it and that's your thing, and you enjoy it. So let's see, what are we going for? All right, here we are. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. All right, here we go. So yeah, I don't know. I changed up the design a little bit. I just kind of felt like, maybe they won't get it. But I do like this better. Yeah, I do like this a little bit better. All right. Sweet. Earlier, I want to say earlier this week, but it's still early in the week. Yesterday, I asked I asked a question about escalators and also moving walkways. So, when you're on a moving walkway or an escalator, do you take the entire space, or do you hang out on the right hand side? And I got some interesting answers back, which was pretty cool. Of course, I have an opinion as to what I do, but it was funny to just kind of see people's reactions or whatnot um, online. Some people said they take up the entire space. Others say otherwise. Meaning, some people are like, "Oh, no, we don't take up the whole aisle. We just, So I thought that was pretty interesting. the, I guess the etiquette in Japan is to stay on the right hand side. That way, if people, because all right, so if you get on, and if you have a comment or opinion on this, definitely chime in. Let me know. But I guess in Japan, people use the right hand side. And the reason why they use the right hand side is because if there's people that want to go faster than you, meaning if you get on the moving walkway or the escalator and are not moving, then people can go on the left hand side and kind of shoot past everybody and get out of there. Makes sense. Very much like a highway. I don't see the detriment in that. It kind of makes sense to me to just to have people kind of do that. That's okay. And so that's why I was like, well, all right, well, what would be courteous or protocol if you if you were on a people mover. And so I asked that online. And people came up with their own ideas or own comments or whatnot. And yeah, I could see it. Makes sense. But of course, the community that the community that I keep online, they do have interesting comments. I think they're funny. My buddies are like, "What are you, crazy? You stay on the right hand side, man. I'm not an animal." And so those kinds of things make me laugh. But yeah, I again, like I said, I'd be curious to hear what your opinion on the matter is. I, for one, I tend to stick to the right. I tend to stick to the right, and of course, not cause any commotion, or issues or whatnot. So it kind of depends on if I'm tired. I've been walking around a lot, and I kind of don't want to walk on the moving walkway or escalator. I will stick to the right. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of board and then stick to the right, and then whoever wants to go on the left can definitely go on the left. I never get upset if someone is going faster, or like blows past you on the left. That's fine. Um, I just don't like when people are like really close to you. If someone's like right next to me, it's like, all right, dude, like move on, dude, because I'm not gonna move. And so that sort of stuff, I could, I can definitely see, um, I can definitely see where somebody would be bothered if you're like, you know, if someone's tailgating you, is what I'm trying to say. And so, yeah, if I'm tired and I don't want to walk, I'll stick to the right. But if if I still have a little bit of energy and I'm going for it, I should I should be able to go on the left, or just not get on the device at all. And so there's always that. So yeah, I'm curious to see what you all think about that. Yeah. So some people are like, nope, I take the whole aisle. It's like, all right. I mean, again, they're not wrong. Everybody has their own like thing, and so it was interesting to see everybody's take on that. Sweet. So yeah, tonight we're gonna go like we did last time, just for a little bit. Uh, yeah. There we go. So yeah, escalator etiquette. everybody has a difference in opinion. Um, I don't know if a lot of people really like realize that or pay much attention to it. I mean, I kind of feel like they don't. You know, I don't think anybody would really pay attention to that sort of stuff. Like, why would they? You know. I think everybody just kind of, for the most part, just does their own thing, and you know, whatever. Ooh. There we go. Today is that's another thing before I forget. Today is my buddy Lucas's birthday, so I want to wish him a happy birthday. Um, he and his fiance, they own and operate a company called Meeple Loot. And if you're interested in Meeple Loot, basically the name should kind of clue you into what it is. I'm part of his gaming group or board gaming group, and a while back, he hired me to do some T-shirt designs for Maple Loot, and you know they sell a lot of quirky stuff for gamers. Um, you know, collectibles, pins, stickers, and stuff like that. So, if you're interested, definitely check out Meeple Loot. Just give them a quick search on Google, and they'll come up. They're also on Facebook. But yeah, today's my buddy Lucas's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Lucas. Hopefully you had a great day. I know you posted in our gaming chat. Say you started out the day eating cake, which is definitely the way I would start my birthday. I would definitely start my birthday off in the morning with a piece of cake. So yeah, I hope that the rest of your day continued just as good, and hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll get to play some board games. Play some board games. Also, if you live here in Central Florida, every third Sunday, we get together at Versus in the Oviedo Mall to play board games. So we have a nice little group over there, cool people, you know, just kind of hang out, playing board games. So if that's your thing, definitely give that a check out. You know, we just kind of get together, have some fun, shoot the breeze. So yeah, we have a pretty good time. All right. Moving right along. So here we go. I don't know. I don't know how the contest is going to work out. Like, I don't know if you're allowed to, you know, sell your design while it's part of a part of a contest. I've never done any of that on Threadless. Threadless is kind of brand new to me, so I don't know if I can sell this on Threadless while the contest is going on. But if it if I'm able to, I will. If not, I will make it available after the contest. That way, if anybody's interested in buying, you know, buying the shirt, I'll definitely make it available to everybody. So yeah. Sweet. All right, so let's go ahead and do a short. Let's see. Let's see. Is there one I have not seen? A little short one. Short one. Let's see. Oh, this one's pretty cool. It's getting close to Mario Day, and even though this particular video was done for the Super Mario movie trailer, or the video we're gonna see was inspired by the Super Mario trailer. I shouldn't say it was done for it. But this is a particular person that I followed, or I do follow, called Boyle Hobby Time. And they make really, really cool dioramas with little model kits and stuff like that. And I don't know the gentleman's name, but he does have this theory to where he's mixing like Western stuff with sci-fi things, and he's kind of creating his own little world, which is pretty neat. And I do like that concept, and he'll talk about it a little bit when he's building these dioramas and stuff like that. So we can go into one of them. I'll set it all up here, and that will be our first bot-10 art short for today. Or, well, let me see, what time is it? Yeah, okay. It might be our only one for today. This one's about 9 minutes long, but let's go ahead and get into that real quick. This is the first bot-10 art short for the day. If you're not familiar with this particular person, I definitely think you should give them a follow. I do, and they make really cool stuff and very entertaining videos. So here we go. Bot-10 art short for today is a Bowser too overpowered Mario movie diorama.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Boyle Hobby Time. Like many of you, I watched the Mario movie trailer last week, and I have to say, I was pretty impressed with that action sequence in the first half of the trailer. Colors and the overall cinematic feel were not what I was expecting from the Mario movie. There was one moment in particular that caught my attention, and that was this shot right here. If there's one thing I like to use on this channel, it's these little LED noodles, and this looked like the perfect fit. I've never done anything Nintendo related, so that's what I decided to do this week.
So yeah, he does a lot of really, really cool dioramas.
I started off this project by making a base to build everything on top of. I cut a piece of 1/4-inch plywood down to 12 inches. I threw on some thinner strips of plywood around the outside to give it some elevation. I then broke out my orbital sander to smooth the sides and blend the seam between the lid and the walls. After that was nice and smooth, it was time to start making the buildings.
Oh yeah.
Inside every ball, there are 2 domes that can be extracted by chopping it along its equator. The buildings seen behind the wall have this domed roof, so that's what I'll be using these for. I used some wooden wagon wheels as well as some wooden dowels to create the pillars and the floor underneath the dome.
Nice.
To get a bunch of evenly sized dowel pillars, I taped a bundle of them together and I cut them on my bandsaw.
Aha.
I ended up making too many.
Uh-oh.
I then took my wagon wheel and I marked some lines across to evenly space out some pillars, and I glued those in place. I also grabbed a plastic lid and a piece of a paper roll to build some height onto the tower, and I glued the whole thing down to another wagon wheel before gluing on the foam dome. To add some dimension and detail to the midsection of the tower, I added some balsa wood strips equivalent to the pillars above.
It's so neat.
I made a slightly shorter building, using the same methods as the first, and then I added some foam arches between the pillars on the tall building. Also added a few more trim pieces here and there to build some visual interest, and lastly, I made a final skinny building to sit between the two and fill some empty space.
Nice.
Next up was the wall. I started with an extra thick piece and I cut it into some smaller pieces. I made a parapet, as well as some small dome-topped mural towers. I scored on some brick lines, and I didn't bother making a gate because that got annihilated by Bowser anyways.
True.
To make the damage around the hole appear a little more realistic, I ripped off pieces with my finger, and then I used those pieces as the rubble to go into the breach.
That's like my favorite.
I also realized that this
material.
tower needed some damage, so I took it aside and I roughed it up a bit.
So yeah, that's insulation foam that you could pick up at Home Depot, and I use it a lot for my dioramas when I'm building Gundams and stuff like that. And it's like the perfect building material, and it's no wonder a lot of people use it for things like this. But really cool stuff.
I also added some little foam pieces as though they were being exploded from the tower itself.
There you
I
go.
carved a hole in the tower so I could run some additional wires for another filament.
Sweet.
I marked out where the tower would sit on the base and I carefully drilled a hole to allow the wires to pass through. I then glued all three of the towers as well as the wall sections in place. And if you're noticing that the
Yeah, it looks like, well, he might say it now, but it looks like the foam is real glossy now. So he might have put something over it, because the minute you use spray paint on foam, it starts melting away. Looks like he might have done something there. Let's see what Boy Like Hobby says.
these domes look a little extra radiant because I gave them a coat of UV resin.
Ah, okay.
This will help hide the foam ball texture.
There you go. It'll also stop it.
Next, it was time to coat everything with a plaster, paint, and Mod Podge mix.
Huh,
This will help
okay.
create some nice weight and texture, fill some unwanted gaps, and protect the foam from a spray-on primer.
There you go. That's what I was.
After it had been
talking about.
thoroughly mixed, I spread it everywhere. Next,
So yeah, that Mod Podge is going to create like a barrier so it doesn't melt all the foam. I made that mistake once. Just like started spray painting and just watching my creation just melt away because I didn't know about it. But yeah, you definitely want to build a barrier between your foam and your spray paint.
I threw my rubble pieces into the pot and I mixed up something that looked like cottage cheese that would be served in Mordor. And speaking of Lord of the Rings,
Nice.
this project was looking like a city that Faramir would lightly abandon,
Right?
unlike his brother. Once I had patched up the sides and some of the unsightly gaps with some spackling paste, I left everything to dry.
Cool.
And that brings us to the hero of this diorama, which is Bowser,
3D printed Bowser, maybe?
who I printed on my resin 3D printer.
Yeah, there you go. Resin printer.
I decided to mess with the
Looks
scale
good.
a bit.
Yeah, looks
In
good.
the shot, Bowser appears as little more than a bug compared to the city, but I wanted him to be more discernible as Bowser.
Right.
So I made another one that was slightly bigger. This was a little too big for me, so I printed a third one. And this one, just like Baby Bear's porridge, was just right. The Bowser file I used was made by
there you
Ugesh
go.
Art on CG Trader. I will
Nice.
link that below. I then took the base and Bowser outside and I primed them.
Primed everything.
I wanted this piece to look relatively decent with and without the electronics running, so I decided to go with an OSL approach. I'm fairly new to this technique, but these
Nice.
projects have been a good place to practice for me.
Mm.
I painted the back of the buildings like they had blue light shining on them, as they are seen in the trailer, and a
then
warm glow from the
the
direction
front.
of the fire
Yep,
being blown by Bowser.
that makes sense. Oh, that's nice already.
And speaking of Bowser, that's who I painted next.
It's really it. I mean, just simple washes with the airbrush. Look how vibrant the color comes out, and it's like there's no lighting at all. So he hasn't put in the filaments at all, and you could already have that sense or that feel of the warmth and fire from Bowser, which is a pretty cool technique. And I've done that before, and it's really cool. I like it.
Like I said at the beginning, I thought the first part of the trailer was pretty cool. The second half, I didn't like very much. But that may be because I'm still bitter that they didn't accept my audition for the voice of Mario. What is this place? Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh boy.
Here we come. I was told I didn't sound enough like Mario,
Yeah.
so sadly,
Didn't sound
they did
Italian.
not give me the part.
Oh.
I
That's
painted
all right.
Bowser with all of his classic Bowser colors, which was not entirely necessary because at the end, I sprayed him from the front with a bright orange fire-breathing glow, and from the back with the blue
the same
darkness of
blue.
the night.
Yeah, there you go.
So the original paint job got a little lost.
Still
But
looks
that
good
was
though.
the point.
Yeah, it still looks good.
I also added a fake shadow on the base behind where Bowser would be standing. And then it was time to add the lights.
There you go.
I decided to use 2 of these filaments soldered together as opposed to this extra long one that I had lying around. The long one just didn't get bright enough in the middle with the battery setup that I have, but these 2 together worked really nicely. I didn't get good footage of how this is wired up, so I apologize for that, but I suspended the filaments between the 2 copper wires that were attached to the negatives, and then the positives were connected at the center. I ran a secondary copper wire behind the filament that you can't see that well, but that is what gets power to the center of those filaments and supplies it with power.
Yeah, right on.
If that doesn't make sense, I apologize,
Yep, I got
but
it.
it did all work in the end. And after I had drilled a hole for a switch and put the battery housing in place, I wired everything all together, and it worked.
Let's see.
The nice thing about that extra wire on the back is that it acts as a support, keeping the filament straight, and also it was something to glue this cotton onto. I wrapped the cotton around the filament,
Probably
gradually
airbrush
making
that.
it bigger as it reached the buildings, and added little clumps at the end to give it more of a smoky fire feel.
Nice.
To get everything to set and hold its shape a little better, I took it outside and I gave it a coat of matte varnish. Also trimmed off some loose fibers to
Yep.
clean it up a bit.
Smart.
After that, I darkened the outermost edges of the smoke and I tinted the interior with a fiery orange. And the last thing to do was to paint the sides of the base with black 3.0,
3.0.
and I called it good.
Let's see the reveal. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Wow. Very cool. Bowser doing his work. That's really cool.
That is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Huge shout out as always to my patrons. You guys are the best. Have an awesome week, everyone. I'll see you next time.
That's pretty sweet. So yeah, that is awesome. So I follow Boy Like Hobby Time for quite some time now. Definitely go to YouTube and give them a follow. He does really cool work. And basically, I stumbled upon his channel because I was doing some kind of lighting effect with my Gundam models. So what I like to do is I like to build the SD or severely deformed Gundam models. And so I do like to use lighting and make dioramas for them and stuff like that. And so I just happened to stumble across his channel and gave him a quick subscription, or subscribe to his channel, I should say, because I liked his work a lot. So yeah, there you have it. There's a Bot10 art short, and it's about building dioramas and lighting them up with filaments, which is pretty cool. I am looking forward to to seeing the Mario movie. I know that there was a controversy about the sound and the actors that they chose for the cast and stuff like that, but I don't know. I rather reserve that judgment to when I see the film. But yeah, so there you have it. We saw a little short on that, which was really really cool. And we'll get back to our artwork. Get back to our artwork. Sweet. I think I might. I think while I was watching that video, I was kind of thinking about, the little Easter grass. I might add some of that. We're almost there, though. Definitely keep going with this design here. I do want to color this in. There's a lot of really interesting creators out there, and I like to give them a follow and see their artwork, because there's a lot of different artwork out there, whether it be makeup or makeup design or cosplay. There's a lot of cosplayers out there. There's a lot of prop makers, which I like to see. And so if you stick around long enough, you'll see that I like to watch all these videos with you and kind of share them with you, and you might discover something the same way I did. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. That one's done. Let's see. We're gonna make some Easter eggs now. I should hide an Easter egg in this piece. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe a little Bot10 art sticker or something. That'd be kind of neat. All right, let's see. What do we have? We'll use this for now. Let's see. Yeah. Oops. There we are. Yeah, if you're a musician and you're cool with sharing your music, I would love to play it at, on the intros and outros of my live stream, and kind of, show people your work. That'd be awesome. If that's your thing, of course. I don't want to, step on anybody's shoes or take away anything from anyone. But if you do want to share your music with me, I'd be more than happy to play it here. All right, there we go. we go. Merge that. And duplicate. Sweet. Let's see, what else? That seems like an egg color. Easter egg color. That might be a little too big. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Sweet. That did not work the way I wanted it. We're going to get rid of that. Let's try that again. Okay. There we are. Then what we're going to do is make another layer. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah, I think I want that. Man. What's going on with me today? There we go. There we are. I like that. Yeah, they shouldn't be like super perfect, you know. It's like some little kid went nuts. I want to color some eggs. There we are. Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, that's it. Sweet. Maybe one more. Yeah. What do you think? Like a yellowish. really bright egg. Let's see. Yeah. That seems about right. We'll probably do spots on this one. Kind of feels like a rotten egg almost. There you go. And let's duplicate, and that's good there. Duplicate again. Move it back here. Yeah, that'll work. Sweet. Now just, probably do some lighting effect on this, and then pretty much call it a day. So hopefully I'll have this design ready to go and up on Threadless, ready for the contest. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna try some grass. See how that looks. Change the layer. Ah. Okay. There we go. We'll see how this pans out. I might change this up a little bit just to see. Yeah. I might do something like that. Just kind of, have this have this little grass stuff everywhere. Yeah, I might bring that up. Let's see. So bring it up. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. we'll see. We'll keep messing around with the grass. I don't know yet if I want to add it or not. But I mean, the overall design is pretty much there. Like, you know, pretty much right there. So, so yeah, we'll add some lighting, and I think that's pretty much done. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I do like it so far, but I might, again, I still have everything in its own layer, so I might rearrange things a little bit better. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. Cool little bunny design for the Threadless.com contest, Year of the Rabbit. And, of course, I know it's Year of the Rabbit. It has nothing to do with Easter, but Easter is coming up. And so I figured I'd just kind of mess around a little bit with that. So, but yeah, I think that looks good. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I got to make dinner and take care of some things here in the house. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you also very much. And I hope to see you here some other time. But for now, I will say goodbye, thank you, and we'll see you next time.